Haeravon, and I am here on a very sleep-deprived E3 weekend? I guess you can still call it a weekend. It started on Sunday. But that will not deter me from bringing you some Final Fantasy VII love, so here we go. Just the Ubisoft conference anyways, right? And let me just take care of this on Twitch right quick, because it will not keep the name of the title, so you have to re-enter it. And there we go. And as tempting as it is, I will not get to any E3 stuff. We'll save that for my own personal podcast when this is done. So let's try to focus on some Final Fantasy VII. Alright, we just reached the town of Junon. And we have to find our way up to the top. Fortunately, some oddly dressed little girl likes to yell at sea life in a horribly irradiated, polluted water. So let's go check that out, right? Of course, she's a pretty smart little cookie and naturally accuses anyone of wearing Shinra clothes of being part of Shinra. Considering it's a monolithic global entity, though, it doesn't seem like much of an accusation. I mean, come on. Doesn't everybody work for Shinra? And because the water's so hideous and nasty, of course there are all kinds of hideous and nasty things living there. So, kill this rancid little boss that arose out of the depths. Oh wow, so this kind of injured. Let's shore up the old hit points. Bottom Swell is not much of an interesting boss. It uses little wave attack like Apps did, except it's less likely to injure itself while doing so. And it's gonna perform a hit everybody in the party attack. Why can't just why can't just attack everyone all at once? Oops, I forgot Red 13. And this is one of the rare bosses that is flying, so you can't attack it unless you have long-range materia. Good old Cloud there. But fire works well enough against it. I'm not gonna cheapo kill it by casting Beta, because that just seems kind of lame. I don't think it's necessary. Just keep pummeling it with fire spells and long-range melee attacks, and you should be fine. Does it really count as a long-range melee attack? I suppose it would be best to say a long-range physical attack. Ah, and when it creates a bubble around someone, let me remember what the buttons are for this. That was the wrong thing I pressed. And where are we at? Menu buttons, where are you? No. Ah, screw it. I can't remember how to bring that up again. I'm too tired to remember this. Cast magic on the bubble and you'll make it go away. This is like Reno's pyramid attack, except physical attacks will not hurt the bubble, so don't do that. Just search your own ally. Assuming that's not something you want to do, right? Let's blast this mutated fish monster into oblivion. Maybe that was its final attack right there. No? Still going, huh? Alright, fish guy. You can't take much more of this. So saith the wise Londo. That's a Baldur's Gate reference for the uninitiated out there. Initiated? There we go. That's how you English correctly. Yeah. Still bringing up bubbles, huh? Let's blast this away. very imperative that you get rid of those bubbles as soon as possible. Could end up in a rather sticky situation if you don't. There you go. Get out of here, Mr. Mutant Fish Creature. And yeah, water sucks, so let's do something about that. And of course, this is a juvenile game, so the thought of kissing a girl, ew, let's put in a CPR spot. Which is essentially what this is, so... She's just a girl. Yeah, obviously she's just a girl, which is why you're not doing it for untoward reasons. Right, Cloud? Yeah, we know better than let Red 13 do it. He's kind of a pervert. So one of the more pointless mini-games in Final Fantasy VII, just wait for the lungs to fill, and when they get up to the top, press the square button again, and empty your lungs. And do this until the game has decided that she is good. Never fear. There's no real way to fail it. It's just there to waste your time. And let's go for a third. He's got some lungs on him, don't he? I mean, just imagine trying to continuously inhale as much as Cloud is doing in this minigame. That'd be quite a feat. Oh boy, Cloud. You suck at everything. Come on there, spiky head. CPR like you mean it. There we go. So naturally, she's alright because, come on, what kind of a game would this be if she died here? The old man will abscond with her. So... let us go talk to this old lady here, and hey, look at that. Naturally, she decides to let you rest in her house for a bit. What a odd kind of reward. But hey, it's a free rest. Why pass up all that party recovering and all that fun stuff? Yeah, free rest. There we go. And of course, it's a wonderful time for Cloud to talk to himself again, so babble to himself he shall. Oh, Cloud. You should listen to yourself. It's good advice. All these mysteries. They could be solved with just a little communication. But of course, that's too much to ask of Tifa, apparently, so... Come on, I remember things from 5 years ago. Actually, that's about when I started writing guides, so maybe that is a good cause for memory being blurry. Okay, let's go check on Priscilla here. And naturally, knowing that older boy's lips were on hers, she's all smitten with you. Oh, silly girl. You can do better than Cloud. Move on. Yeah, your reward is another piece of summon materia. In fact, the first one you cannot miss. Hooray! And yeah. Explaining her own backstory. Grrr, how dare you pollute the Undercity. Hey, it's not that bad here. You should move to Midgar. And the lively tunes of parade music up top. And naturally, the only sane, smart thing that could possibly be done to reach the upper city is by straddling a dolphin and leaping up to a metal support structure over a high voltage current. Until it makes sense. And right now is a time when you can head back to Fort Condor and participate in a battle, but it will be only Cloud in your party, and it's kind of a pain in the ass and the rewards aren't really worth it. So, we're not gonna bother. Yeah, we get it. Dolphins jump. Well, that one is particularly acrobatic. How many dolphins have you seen jump, Barrett? And hey, a whistle! Yeah, let's jump with this dolphin. Alright, super easy way to get up there without having to do any work or thinking. Just do it twice. Hey, look at that. And we're up. That wasn't too hard, was it? Including the pre-rendered character models in the CG graphics. Never a pretty thing. Now remember, kids, 20 years ago, these graphics were epic. Okay, nice pretty airship. Everyone loves it. We'll be back for you later, my friend. But in the meantime, let's try and get through this wretched city. Of course, running through a active military installation. Probably not going to be the easiest thing to do. Come on, talk to him. There we go. Oh, and that poor officer is mistaking us for someone we're not. Perhaps because we are wearing these old Shinra clothes. And in a great stroke of luck, this incompetent Shinra officer is going to mistake us as a derelict soldier and force us into a disguise we would have been wise to have adopted earlier anyways. And he's prepping us for a mini-game, which will happen later, and I just hope I have the bother to try and do it competently. And show us your moves, Shinra soldiers. Yeah, I got it. Now for a little mini-game that I've only successfully done one time, and that was just enough to get an image of it being done correctly for the guide. So, I don't expect that I will do well here, nor do I really care. You'll earn yourself some... Oh, I almost said caps. Got Fallout on the brain again. Some gil, if you complete this little mini-game correctly, but, it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Oh, the failures we are. We're late. How could we possibly have messed this up? Maybe because you guys decided you had to do your little dance routine instead of just getting to work. Oh well, too late now, right? And nice shot of the naval base of Junon. Looks kind of impractical as a defensive installation. I mean, fixed gun pointing out to sea, lots of little guns. Couldn't something just attack from the cliffs and... whatever. I guess no one has the technology but Shinra, so Shinra's safe from any machinations. Okay. So we don't have the freedom to explore just yet. So let's get on with the mini-games. And yeah, they say, follow and do what we do. That's not actually what you do here. Just wait until you have the go-ahead. We're going to run straight down, get into a line, and start trying to gesticulate with our guns in unison. So let's go. And let's go straight out. Whoop. I didn't do that bad, but I didn't do great either. Oh well. Yay, 6 potions. I'd have been better off botching it, probably. Oh well. So yeah, run straight down to get to the line and then hit X a bunch of times to play with your gun in a timely fashion. And gotta put on a good show for the boss person, don't you know? Fortunately, Rufus is kind of a prick and not impressed by soldiers posing, so... rightfully, he's more concerned about the incompetence of his high-placed staff. But he's also kind of just mean. Just making fun of a guy's laugh. That doesn't sound productive, Rufus. Oh well. No one's gonna cry any tears for Heidegger, right? Ooh, you got in trouble. Ah, poor Cloud. Yeah, you better run, Tubby. And because Shinra would not hire anyone who wasn't incompetent, let's spill the beans about Sephiroth, or the Black Cape Man, being seen in Junon. Ah, Shinra. Without you, we would have no leads. And because we're lazy, incompetent soldiers, we are going to get grilled some more. Since these Shinra soldiers can't learn from their mistakes last time, right? They've got to waste more time. Yeah. Right, left, buttons. Hooray. So, this is another mini-game that we are going to have to perform later, and you can get some fairly decent prizes out of it. But the top prize for this mini-game coming up isn't actually the best thing you can get, in my opinion. Alright. Let me stop talking so I can focus on the things I'm supposed to do. I'm probably going to botch this horribly when the time comes. But that's okay. I've got it. We don't need to do that again. And of course, Cloud, being the pimp he is, has to show off your little twirl. Which isn't really that impressive of a move, save the fact that he normally is doing it with a huge slab of meat-cutting metal. But who doesn't love the Buster Sword? Now we have free reign of Junon. Let us go save the game, because, well, chronic saving for the win. Yes, indeed. And head out to explore Junon. There's plenty of fine loot here. But the most important piece of loot is right up ahead. There's also a bunch of shops, too. I'm not sure I have the money to indulge in too many of them. Forget about your job. Alright. What are you selling? Any new materia? Yes, the seal materia. Better keep up the practice of buying one of each type of materia we don't have, so when we reach the end of the game, we won't be sad that there's certain materia we still need and have to go on a witch hunt for it. So what do you sell, dude? Weapons, huh? We'll be the judge of that. Already have you. I'm not gonna play Tifa anytime soon. You're not a long-range weapon, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna be upgrading you yet. And I have everything else. I don't really need to bother with any of this stuff. Unless you really, really want to collect one of every type of weapon, which, you know, usually I do, but not this time. Just a bar where the Turks gather, not gonna mess around with that. Alright, let's move on to the next place. We don't need any of those weapons. Oh, there we go. And what are you selling? Aren't you just an item store? Oh, you tricksy item store. Do you have any ethers to unload? So on. Alright. Get out of the way, stupid dog. I'm trying to sit in front of us. And the best bit of loot in Junon. Talk to this well-obscured soldier down here, and he will let you get access to a underground cellar where the ghosts of the training guys from Sector 7 are here, still gesticulating, posing like a bunch of roided-up freaks. But who cares about them? The real important thing is a second piece of enemy skill materia. Huzzah! Gotta love this stuff. Fortunately, there's not really any enemy skills that we'll be able to get with it immediately. And it's best to just wait to mess around back east until we get the manipulate materia. And then we'll be able to get some very good stuff indeed. Now let's loot this apartment building over here for all of its delicious goodies, including a bunch of stat boosting items. Gotta love those. 5-finger discount on everything. How generous. Alright. Now let's proceed to the next screen. And here is an area where you can actually scum for some late-game enemies that are very, very powerful. Give a whole bunch of experience. If you press a little alarm here, and I think it's here anyways, you will summon up a bunch of baddies that normally don't spawn. Can't remember exactly. You might have to wait till a little later in the game to do this, when you're back in normal Cloudware, but trigger the alarm and you'll fight enemies not meant to be fought until much, much later. So if you wanted to scum a bunch of easy experience and levels, then that's the way to do it. Of course, the enemies are quite strong, so best come prepared. But there's no need to grind in this game. Certainly not yet. So, the second part of the Junon strip. And more Turks. No one needs to talk to them. Go away, Turks. And another obnoxious dog trying to sit in our way all the time. And, hey, look, an inn. Of course, nothing could have happened to you since last time, so kind of moot. Although, I'll probably save my game again, just because I'm paranoid. Sex sells. Don't apologize about it. Man's gotta earn a living, right? Okay, have all that materia. And there's another shop up here. I think he sells accessories. That's junky accessories. No one needs those. Should be ashamed for offering such crappy wares. Alright, let's go explore these buildings here. And we'll save and then head on and get done with this part of Junon. Poor disgruntled Shinra manager. That's what you get for buying into Shinra's lies. No sympathy for him. Don't feel bad for him. I've slept in worse places and probably got paid worse than he did for it. Alrighty. This guy botched his last order, so all he has is crap from the last town. So, that'll do it for the towns and lootage in Junon. So let's head back to... stuff in the way. Get out of the way. Let's head back to the inn. Save, just in case, because paranoia, blah, blah, blah. Better save too often than too little. And there we go. Let's get on to this last mini-game. Alrighty. Minigame time! Yay! And because of our last martial display in front of Rufus, we've got to do another one with fewer people, because that'll impress him. And the whole point is to do the right commands to make... Oops, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. To make Rufus happy, we want to hit about a score of 80-ish. And that will make Rufus happy enough to give us the reward we want, which is not actually the best reward. You're just messing around, guy. Oh, Shinra officer, you're drunk. Go home. Well, they give you plenty of time to pull this off, don't they? Yeah, we'll go for a solid 100, I think. Although I think you only need 80. And now I'm not playing anymore. I don't care about your move any further, Rufus. And hopefully this is a good enough score to get the second to top prize, but not high enough to get the top prize. The top prize is a new weapon for Cloud, which you'll be able to get in a little bit, and the second to top prize is a piece of Hit Point Plus materia, which you won't be able to get until a good bit later and at a much higher cost. So that's why I prefer that. And it boosts the wearer's hit points by 10%, which at this point in the game is kind of paltry. I went and got the wrong weapon. Oh well, I probably should have stopped at 80. Oh well, who cares? No big deal. Just a little bit of gil later on, I guess. And even the top of Shinra is incompetent. Don't discuss big plans in front of the plebs. You know what they said in World War II? Loose lips sink ships. If only I could talk. Oh well. Don't take it out on me, I'm tired. Maybe 2 hours of sleep in 2 days is a wise idea, but... oh well, it's E3. I must see the games! And more gossip and spilling of the proverbial beans. Yeah, see that sneaky Shinra soldier boarding the boat. And let's go sailing! Hooray! Gods forbid we have to find our own way across. If it weren't for Shinra incompetence, we wouldn't be able to do anything in this game. Remember, folks, Shinra. Nothing says incompetence like it. But naturally, this wouldn't be much of a game if our voyage were uneventful, so... things occur on the boat. Hooray! Let's go grab some loot. Hey, ether, that'll sell. Who could that be? Yuffie in disguise. She will get happy if you give her some tranquilizers. Well, we don't want her happy, so no tranquilizers for you. Alright. And Eris in disguise. We don't want to make her happy, so crash her dreams about riding in the high wind. No, you're never riding on it. Get over it. And yes, you might have seen that shiny ball of materia there, but we can't get to it just yet, so ignore it. Nope. There we go, get up there. Let's talk to this soldier here, who just happens to be Tifa. And again, you want to disagree with her. Wearing those clothes seems to have changed you a little. Yeah, as opposed to the Shinra outfit he was wearing earlier. Come on, woman. No, I assume that the soldier uniform he normally wears reminds him of being in Soldier, which is why he always says, "I'm Cloud, ex-soldier." Alright, so you can talk to this sailor here, and buy basic healing items from him. You can also get him to give you some Invisible Alpha, a super drink for seamen, huh? And it's essentially a pick-me-up that functions as a full night's sleep at an inn. An exorbitant rate of 250 gil, so if you need the rest, then you can get it, but hopefully not, huh? Let's talk to this goofy soldier here. Yeah, how he stuffed himself into pants, a shirt, and a helmet, I do not know, but this part had better be in the remake. Yes, there's a punchline. He doesn't make a very good human after all. I want to see it. I want to see how they fit Red 13 into a Shinra outfit. Make it happen, Square Enix. Hopefully we see more of that game tonight, right? I can't be the only one who wants to see it. And come back down to talk to Eris to get her to bring up Barret, who's probably being an idiot somewhere. Because you cannot progress until you find out that Barret might be being an idiot, and hence get cued into the fact that you should be looking for Barret, who may in fact be being an idiot. And lo and behold, Barret being an idiot. Yes, Barret. We're on a boat with people we hate, but we don't really know how to sail and don't comprise a full crew and shouldn't be fighting a boat full of Marines, so maybe you should just simmer down and act normal. Oh, Barret. Get off your spiky butt. Group meeting! And we determine that it is indeed not us that raised the alarm. Yeah, Yuffie. Okay, keep up with the dream team of Red 13, Barret, and Cloud. Nothing really needs to be changed about equipment loadouts to my memory. Well, I better equip that new weapon I got. No reason not to, right? And I don't need the fire elemental anymore, so I will go and switch my weapons around to make sure that I have restore and all ready anywhere I go. Although if there's any materia that does not need to be put on a double AP weapon, it's definitely something like fire. Although, honestly, there's just not really any point in it, so nah, we'll get elemental some experience. Nothing you do at this point in time when it comes to getting AP really matters. You know what, screw it. You get such little AP, it doesn't matter what you do, what materia you have where at this point in time. So just make sure we have all in cure on everyone. I should also make sure I have some steel materia, because there's a unique, if not useful, item you can steal. So I might as well point that out to everybody, just in case you want to make sure you get your hands on it. There we go. Barret, you can be the stealer. Down, 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 down. Right, so now when we head below deck, we will be accosted by enemies, Which only makes sense since we're not wearing our uniform anymore. Oh no, dead people, ew, gross, don't let them touch you. Go back there and grab all materia, and let's try and get into a fight. Dun, dun. And these are the guys we need to steal from. Ah! Kind of obnoxious since they'll put you to sleep and inflict darkness on you at the same time. And let's not waste forever on that, right? And everyone else can just use magic on them since they inflict darkness and make it impossible to, nearly impossible to hit otherwise. There's one down who won't be making a nuisance of himself anymore. Now, come on, Barret. You're not even blind. How are you whipping? Let's have Barret steal from the survivor until we get what we want. And give him Barret just to take it off. Ah, of course, put Barret to sleep. Come on, Barret. You can do it. Yeah. Hey! Shinra Beta. Alright. And everyone is blind, so let's not waste our time attacking them. And there he goes. So, that's enough of that. Hey, look, eye drops to fix it. And you got yourself a nice little bit of armor. Offers no magic defense and no chance to dodge, at the benefit of a few more materia slots and some higher normal defense. Not really something you need to worry yourself with, but it's not terrible. Equip everyone with things. Defensive items for everyone else. Cloud gets offense because we favor him. Yes, we do. And let's make sure everyone's all healed up before we go on to fight a boss. Ooh, times 3 speed. Ah! Way to ruin the moment. Thanks, game. Fire 2. You're gonna waste my time and make me have to heal, aren't you? Come on, Barret, what's wrong with you? Why can't you hit anything? A few levels before the boss won't hurt, right? And let's make sure everyone's healed. I don't want to fight a boss at less than our best. Especially when we're such a low level and haven't been grinding, right? Why would it be Sephiroth? Like, Sephiroth's gonna wear someone else's clothes, right? And holy crap, is it the first face-to-face encounter with Sephiroth? Yeah, he doesn't seem too impressed. And will leave us something to fight. Yes, a bit of Jenova. That thing looks smaller on the main screen. Because my physical attacks are so weak, I'm going to just try to pummel her down with magic. Yeah, let's just do that. Now, mostly she just sits around and will blast you with various laser attacks. Her normal laser attack she will sometimes use several times at once. She also has a laser attack that attacks the whole party, and she has a stop spell, which can be very annoying. And you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I worked hard to get beta, I'm gonna use it, damn it. Just to speed up the proceedings a bit. Not that it's really necessary, since you can just pummel her down with good old fire spells just fine, but I deserve a reward for beating Midgard Golem. Now let's go for the knockout blow. And we'll have Red 13 heal the whole party, just to keep our health above dangerous limits. So, as nice as it is to have beta, it's essentially only worth one limit break. It's not something too game-breaking. I just really wanted to cast it. You'll understand. You'll forgive me for wanting to blast Jenova with beta. Beta? Yeah. And looks like Cloud is... Oh no, Cloud resisted it. Good job, Cloud. Congrats on not being useless. Alright, Jenova, you can't take too much more of this. Oh, she's just, kind of sitting back and taking it, isn't she? Jenova, I don't think rope-a-dope works on Final Fantasy. Might want to try a different strategy. Yeah, not that I'm really complaining. Not a hard boss anyway. Yeah, we're still fine hit point wise. Let's keep up the assault. You can't double tail laser. Fine. Charge our limit meter. Get a red 13. Doggy gets the last hit. That was a rather easy boss. Yeah, good job. Red 13 got another limit. So, we'll muse over things. Yes, apparently Sephiroth is walking around dropping bits of his mother off. Not the most attentive son there. We don't need to hear Cloud try and say or explain things, because he'll really tread over new ground. Do not follow them out. Make sure you grab this materia here. Grab it. Got it? Don't go up those stairs. If you miss it, you will never get Master Summon materia. Well, you won't be able to make your own, I should say. So, make sure to grab it before leaving this screen, because you will not get a second chance. And might as well come up here and grab this weapon for Yuffie as well. Not because anyone plans on playing Yuffie, right? But because it's free. And free is the best price for everything. And with that, we can go. And you know what? I'm not feeling all that tired anymore, so... I was planning on stopping once I reached Costa del Sol across the sea, but... let's keep going. Yay, sailing! So there's not terribly much to do in Costa del Sol. There's just some loot to grab and some fun little encounters we can do. So we'll get that out of the way, and then I guess we'll head through the mountains. I think maybe I can make it to... I think I can make it to Corel and stop right before the lovely joy of the gold saucer. That'll be a fine resting stop, since I've only been on for about 45 minutes or so. Ah, come on. That's another thing that better be in the remake. I want to see Bert in his sailor suit. Oh, Pylon Cloud. A bear wearing a marshmallow. The point of analogies, Cloud, is when you're comparing it to something, the subject for comparison has to be something sane, or else it's not a very good analogy. When would a bear ever wear a marshmallow? Oh well. Now I'm just nitpicking. Yeah, Yuffie. Alright, we got a little bit of, fun little side thing coming up for Claire. I'm sure she's gonna love this if she's watching. And she's awake right now, so she'd better be watching, damn it. Stirring me from my middle of E3 nap to play this stream. And the longest helicopter landing ever. Let's speed it up. No one wants to see her watch this. There we go. So, it's everybody's favorite time again. What time is that? Rufus dresses down his executives. Oh, Sephiroth on board. That's probably the last thing you wanted since, you know, Sephiroth murdered the last Shinra president, right? And everyone that's trying actively to sabotage Shinra's on board. Yeah, that's about as big of a failure as you can possibly get. I'm ashamed of myself. Oh. Bad show, Heidegger. Bad show. And let's speed this up. No one wants to watch Rufus forever. And Heidegger, because he's a baby, decides to take it out on the dock staff. What a jerk. Yeah, you really showed them. Instead of throwing a tantrum, Heidegger, you could have, you know, started to do your job. Huh? Nah, of course not. Alright, first stop. Let's head into this house. But don't bother the sleeping man there. We want to buy this place from him later, so let him sleep. But do head downstairs where you can get a bunch of delicious items, including a fire ring! Now, if you hadn't already killed Midgar Zolom, this ring is fantastic because it reduces fire damage. And yeah. It'll help immensely with surviving that beta attack of its, whatever it was. It's a giant snake. I prefer to remain agnostic concerning snake gender. But, as we showed earlier, you absolutely do not need the fire ring to defeat Midgar Zolom. You just need a level or two. Alright, this dude here sells items, including the carbon bangle, which we stole from Shinra HQ a long time ago. So that's how far that piece of armor got you. Not too bad for a bit of stealing, huh? And of course, here's our friend from the Honeybee Inn, old Mookie. Ah, lovely. And Claire's favorite part of the game. Right, I forgot. I can't do it because Red 13's in my party. Unfortunately, Red 13 is sometimes sitting there. And if he was there, you can intercept the ball and kick it into Red 13 like a jerk. It's hilarious. Trust me, you have to do it at least once in life. And Yuffie is here taking on a side job to earn herself some gil. I'm not going to be here that long, Yuffie. Jeez. She just sells materia. This guy will sell you some items, including soft, which cures petrification. Always nice to have handy, so let's buy a couple of them. And there's one little side encounter we can do on the beach. That's interesting, if nothing else. Let's be a jerk and say the wrong thing. And Hojo, yes. Catching some rays in sunny Costa del Sol, wearing a full lab coat. Seems less of a way to get a nice tan than it is a way to get heat stroke, but hey, he is a scientist, not me, right? So, I guess he knows what he's doing. Should be obvious, I'm getting a tan. No, you're not. Not in a lab coat. Oh, Hojo. Quit giving away spoilers. Ha ha ha. Oh, and Cloud. That's exactly the way Hojo expected you to respond. Cloud, calm down. What are you doing, you crazy dog? And why? Why stop? Would have been really that big of a deal to kill a corrupt scientist on the beach. Let's let Hojo and Eris have their words. Personally, if I was Eris, I'd be a little more pissed off that he tried to breed me with a dog creature. Just me. Not high up on my list of people that would make me happy. He's a guy who did that. Holy crap, we're at 13. Poor dog can't go a moment without collapsing. Alright, and now if you want to, you can go and meet Johnny. Who's catching up with Tifa? Two of the only survivors from the Sector 7 slums. Let's grant them their privacy, and let's get the hell out of here. We don't need to do anything else in Costa del Sol. And because I'm a chronic saver, once again, let us save. Ooh, I should go back into the town and... yeah, let's get some sleep. I used up a good number of magic points. No reason to stay out. Nope, that's the bar, not the inn. The inn, I want to go to the inn. So, let us go rest, recover all of our deplenished stats. Yeah. Quit selling us on the place. We're already here. And I'll admit the upcoming part is going to be reliant on one tactic. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up blasting most enemies up ahead with Matra Magic. But hey, you went through the trouble of getting enemy skill materia, you should be rewarded by having an easier time of things. And since Matra Magic is not at all difficult to get, everyone should be able to just blast their way through the enemies up ahead. Don't include these things. Ah, little Russian dolls. That was Cloud's turn. I should have just cast Matra Magic. Yeah. Time-wasting enemies. ×3 speed. You are a godsend. Because who wants to play, or sit through all those battle animations for the umpteenth time? Not I. Okay, let's go. We can get through this faster than this. Run along the mountain path. Hooray. And this again. Spammers! Okay. Right, like I promised, let's just blast them all with Matra Magic. Get out of the way. Save that limit break for a little bit later. Now, can we just get to this mountain already? Thank you. Alright, wonderful. So... do we have a lead? A guy in a black cape. Now, is he really wearing a cape? He more wears kind of like some weird open shirted trench coat thing. Ah, Ah, these creatures. They will use Thunder's Kiss on you. Does a good bit of damage. Yeah, wow, that is a good bit. Ooh, that's more than I remember being. Let's keep ourselves healed up. Fortunately, Magic wipes the floor with them. We're going to be, like I said, abusing Magic a whole bunch. Because magic in Final Fantasy VII is overpowered. Okay, so let's climb this hill. And what will we find over the summit? And there we go. Nothing less than a Mako reactor. Lovely! Now, some of these enemies, you can actually morph, the big green six-legged thing, whose name I don't care to recall at this moment. You can morph them, I think, into guard sources, but that is something best saved for later in the game when you do a lot more damage. Since we don't have morph materia yet, nor the damage to make it useful, nor really a need to bother with it, we shall not. Let's keep everyone healed up. Enemies here do a good bit of damage, but fortunately they also give a lot of experience. And I will say this every time I hear it, but I love the Mako reactor music. Fantastic. Sadly, it's only for one screen. Ow, Cloud, get back up there. Railroad tracks! They love their railroads in this game. And it's time for another little mini-game. Coming up. Yes, yes, Big Bird. You're not so tough on your own, are you? And just because we're paranoid, right? Let's keep saving. Occasionally, while you're running across this bridge, parts of it will collapse and you will be able to hit a direction and X. Do not jump out of the way. You want to fall down. Come on. There we go. And move over to one side or the other. And you will be able to score one of the two pieces of loot down here. So, the first time I went left. Which will get me a wizard staff for Eris, who I'm probably not going to play as. Still, free loot. Now, there we go. There's a weapon I will make use of. Barrett's been in long need of an upgrade, and here he goes. Hefty bonus, although that means he can't... Oh, he's not using that anyways. Get that steel material off you. You don't need that. And... you know what? Let's just find a home for enemy skill. There's going to be some enemy skills to learn. And we will need... he's not really going to level anything up, material-wise. But we'll just stick Elemental on there so it feels like we're not wasting a slot, right? Nice little upgraded weapon for Barrett. He needed it. Good on him. Again, don't jump out of the way. And yes, yes, yes. Let's go to the right this time. And what shall we get for this little trip? Star Pendant. Whatever, free is free. Oh, I better not. There's a lot of these things, so let's make sure I get my correct character doing the correct thing before I speed things up. There we go. I want to be generous, so I'm using a normal attack range. I'm okay with that. Ah, Magic. You make life easier. Turbo Ether and transform. Yep, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't need to do that again, but ah well. Little exercise never hurt anyone, right? So you get plenty of chances to go after this loot down here. Not that it's game-breaking or anything, but it's nice to get. Only costs you a few X button presses. Transform materia. Materia I will never use because, like with most materia, there's a better enemy skill. Stick to the high road and let's keep traveling. And look at all our lovely women folk down there. Head into this little stall here. Press a button. Lever, whatever. Lower the bridge, and everyone else can move on. Of course, sneaky Square Enix has to take us off screen so they don't just see us, or so we don't see them just lowering the bridge via a two-step GIF. Anyways, run along the tracks, hear some birdies chirping, climb up top, and what shall you find? A nest of birdies! Oh, quit huffing, you weird dog. Times are tough. That treasure's ours. Barrett, take it easy. They're just birds. Red 13, I don't know what you're doing, but get a grip. Alright, and because we robbed its nest, this birdie's gonna come mess with us, but it's a bad monster, so don't feel bad about killing it and rendering its chicks helpless. It would have just proven a menace to future travelers anyways. So see, we're actually good people for stealing those Phoenix down. Yay! 10 of them. Not a bad get. And oh, look at that. Karma. Better watch yourself, Cloud. And let's backtrack to the winding train tracks over here, so we can get back to the lower route. Blast them with your magic, Cloud. Oh, Red 13. You're doing such pathetic damage. Everyone's doing around half as much damage as everyone else. Like, Cloud's doing nearly 200, Bear's doing over 100, close to 120, and Red 13's doing 60. Of course, I hope he's not in the back row. He might be. That's probably why he's doing such little damage. Should probably fix that. Ah! Oh yeah. Ooh, nice crit there. Ah, leveling up materia. That doesn't happen very often. Alright, are you in the back row? Ooh, you bad dog. Get in the front row. You don't have the materia to stand in the back. Oh, that's why you're doing such little, or so little damage. Mystery solved. And now we can cross this bridge. Oh dear. Not without another encounter, apparently. We've yet to find a problem Magic can't solve. We better heal poor Red 13 before we find out if all dogs go to heaven or not. And on we go. Only one more screen after this one and we're back in civilization. What the? Oh, what an odd assortment. Pincer attack says Magic! Oh, Magic. How I love you. Making random encounters trivial since we got out of Midgar. And look at all those materia leveling up. Of course, do they perform better than Magic does? No, not even close. Right here is the one location where you can encounter bombs. I'd rather prefer not to, since we don't have the ability to kill them before they detonate on us. So instead I will just run from them because why get a character blown up for no good reason? stupid bombs. There we go. And now we should be at Corel. Let's witness some small town politicking. Oh, Barrett. You perpetual martyr, you. There seems to be backstory here. Techno freak. That's just ableist. No further explanation. Guess we'll just have to wait a moment. Anyways, you can go shopping. You sell junk. No one cares about your story. And yes, if you need another transform, hint you don't. Weapons, huh? And yes, so if you got the Force Stealer, like I did from Junon, because I overperformed on that minigame, that's as far as that weapon will get you. Right here is when you could have bought it anyways. So I maintain that the hit point plus is the better thing to get, but ah well. Try to shoot for a score of 80. Anyways, that is where we will stop today, because the next game session will take us to Gold Saucer and to a bunch of stuff I don't feel like doing yet. I'm sleep deprived. I'm going to try to catch a nap, crash a bit, and then watch the Sony conference. If you want to hear us babbling irreverently, and perhaps irrelevantly, check out the stream of us commenting, us being some of the Gamer Guides people and assorted misfits who wander in, about the Sony stream. If you want to watch other gameplay streams, we stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Wednesday, we are playing Uncharted 4. On Friday, we are playing God of War 3. And, of course, if you want to buy any of our guides, check us out at www.gamerguides.com, on iTunes, and on Google Play. Alright, that's enough shilling. I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to go catch some Z's. Be back next Monday for the Gold Saucer and all that fun stuff, where I'll be doing the 5th part of this playthrough. Catch you later.